We're going live. And it's a good day to be alive. It's Monday. Welcome to Amber Skies, the future of 3D. And we are on day 1-3 of the C++ Game Club. And it's been a few days, so bear with me. Right, something I found out over the weekend. I've been trying to find something to use my pen with, and I've been looking on the internet, desperately trying to find something, and guess what I came up with? Microsoft Paint. Yes, I came up with Microsoft Paint. Fantastic, eh? There should be a little thingy here. Background colour black, foreground colour whatever I want. We'll go with orange as usual, and then we just pop you. Oh wait a minute, brush. Yeah, size. Yeah, that'll do. Alright, there we go. Got a pen now. And does it work is the question. So bring the pen over here. That helps. So let's go to here and try to write day 1 plus 3. We're here at long last, and we are doing the server. So there you go, I'm using Microsoft Paint and it works perfectly well. No comment. I couldn't actually find anything better on the internet. Oh well. So day 13, day 1 plus 3, the server. It is interesting how I approached it towards the end of last week. I was just approaching it as another thing to refactor, but I'd missed something, and I knew I had, which is why I stopped where I did, because it gave me time to think about what I'd missed, and I missed the simple one question. That's your question. What is a server for? Well, for us, it will take in data and it will spit out data. Well, takes in instructions and spits out instructions, I suppose, in our case. But what does it actually do? I think there is the same question. What does it do? I think those two questions are answered in the same way. Answer. It provides well, there's the same letters. Survey says. Just change the last few letters, shall we, of server, and we get what it provides. A server provides services, and that's important because that's the thing that I forgot. And that is the heart of a server. The actual beating heart of a server is the services that it provides, and I was skirting around it and not actually grappling the main central bit. So we're going to do the server, and we are going to provide services. And with that in mind, I think I can now program it without making too big a mess of things, shall we say. So I think that'll do for me talky bit today. This is what my aims are to do, provide services on a server. I'm not going to have extra aims today. I'm just going to go with that, I think. Let's just get rid of this pad. Okay, there goes the pad. Here comes the keyboard. Hello, keyboard. My old friend. La 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 la. Yeah, right. Okay, my keyboard, my old friend. That'd be an interesting song now, wouldn't it? I'm happy with that. That's nice. It's simple. It's a bit like me. Very simple. And I think that is possibly going to be a good way forward. So let's say hello to chat. And now I've got a keyboard. Hello to chat. I'm going to do some services today. Hey, I hope this works. It should do. Let's see, Visual Studio Code. I've been messing around, haven't I? With something called F#, most likely. Looks okay on screen. Looks a bit low, actually. And a bit far to the right. Hadn't noticed that before. Yeah, it is. It's a bit low. There you go. You can't see everything on the top line. File, edit, selection, view, go, debug, terminal, and help. It doesn't really matter, does it? You can get those off screen to stop your distractions. There we go. That looks fine, doesn't it? Yeah. Twitch workspace, please. What do we got? Ooh, we got lots. And that's what I was up to. Take action on message type. We are up to here. Think. Try building class core services. Oh, right. Okay, so I've already put a message in for myself to stop me going off on some kind of silly tangent. What had we put in place? Action on message and broadcast. Well, they can stay. They can stay, but we do really need a new file. We're going to call it core services, I believe. So core how do you spell it? Services.h. And oh yeah, everything's been saved out to Git, hasn't it? Into the correct places now. Core services. Services.cpp. I'm under a time limit today, which is why I'm trying to get to the code as quickly as possible. So let's get everything set up as usual, shall we? Copy into here. That'll do nicely. Hash pragma once. That'll do the .h file. Core services. Here we go. Got to try and relax into this today because I've found that I get very stressed at the beginning of doing broadcasts, which is interesting considering how many I do. You'd think I'd be fine with it, but I suppose it's being a public face can actually stress you out a bit, I believe. So I've got to be careful of that. We'll have core services. We'll try to de-stress at the same time. So it's namespace. We're only having one, and it's MMO server. I think I've got everybody on the same page with that by now. Hoping we have. So let's see about that, shall we? We can save this out now, can't we? Yep. Core services here. Save this out now. Yep. Application. I might come back to you. Broadcast. Thank you for helping me out there. Now, core services is going to be a class. Yes, it is. It's definitely going to be a class. And it's going to be called core services. So I can start it up straight away with that. I'm just going to do my normal, which is not good programming. So it's public. And it's going to be core services. And title, lost it. There it is. Title. Core services. Lovely. So the two functions that I care about. There are 5, and I really should do them all. I know every single time. I know. For you purists out there, it's the rule of 3. If you put in the destructor, you should also put in the copy. The copy constructor. You should. By rights, I know this, but this is a prototype and I don't care. Let's see, let's settle down a bit more. We don't want to take this too fast at this point because there's some thought that we have to put into this. And that thought goes back to how far did we get with that? And that. Nowhere. That. And that. Nowhere. Did we put any headers? No includes. No includes. Oh, good. So we haven't actually messed it up. Phew, thank God for that. I'm glad I stopped in time then, because that puts us back with application.h. Now I want all of this top part to come out of here. This should not be offered by the application. This should be offered by the services, network, game state. Yeah. See, I'm mixing types in the application here, or mixing SDKs or libraries or whatever you want to call them. I'm mixing 2 libraries together. And I want to do that in the services. I don't want to do it here. Why do we need the networking application? We don't. I wouldn't have thought so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy ulot and put ulot in core services. It's called refactoring, or copy and pasting, some people might call it. There we go, that's that done. Which means now we're going to get some red stuff. So ulot definitely come out. This is what the services should be offering, not the application. See what I mean in a bit. For some reason it can't find them. Okay. No idea. There we go. That's ulot done. They seem happy. You don't seem happy. Is it because I haven't saved you out? I don't know. Yeah. Action on message. Oh, have I forgotten to copy something there? Nope. Did I write it in wrong in the first place? There we go. That's simple enough, isn't it? So we now have our network and our game state in core services. God for that. Finally, I've got rid of them out of the application, which is where they certainly should not have been. So we can start putting the core services together now, knowing what we know. Okay, yeah, I'm always doing that. Okay, so let's put these together. And give them some space so we can work with them. And here I'm going to put SDL underscore log. And it's going to be core services. Constructed. And on this one, whoops, SDL log. Remember, I'm doing this with all of them. Now, core services. Destroyed. And we'll put a full stop at the end because it is a full stop. Just to be tidy. Alright, so far so good. So far so good. We can now put a colon and we can put something in here. Don't know what to put in here. Okay. You come across. Thank you. Core services, please. Application. Yeah. We can save you out and just pop you off your clogs a minute. We'll come back to you. So core services CPP save, and we have m underscore UDPnet. M underscore UDPnet. It's going to be a new. It's just UDPnet, isn't it? No, it's not. It's an MMO network. There it is, UDP network. Does it for me. Comma. And the last one, m underscore game state. Data is going to be a new. I like the way it does it for me. MMO data. Colon. Game state data. Fantastic. Everything's done there. And we have to do it in reverse, don't we? So it's delete m underscore game state data and delete m underscore UDPnet. There we go. Well, that's that done. That was easier than I expected. That gives us them two. Should I have an initialize core services? Good question. Yes, we should. We should have int initialize core services. There we go, that'll do. I'll have you. Copy across. Hello, Muppets. Not seen you around today. Don't know what you've been up to. Oh, sneezing. Sneezing you've been up to. Well, that's good. Thank you for sneezing all over me. Yuck. I'm now covered in cat snot. Oh, it's not my day, is it, already? You can tell it's Monday. Are you alright, love? You, eh? Can you stop sneezing now? Just calm down. Oh. Oh, do you want to purr for the people? No, you want to look at me in that dodgy fashion that says, what the hell are you talking about? Thank you, Muppet. Well, nice to meet you too. Now, what's the next one we should have over here? Void update. Might be a good one. Core services. This is harkening back to my original days of programming where it was always initialize, update, and shut down. And that's going to be an int shutdown. I may as well put it in now, as I just said it. Shut down. Core services. There we go. All nice long words. So I'll take you two now. Pop you in here. And set you up. There we go. And back, go. And V, colon, and back, go. Done. Alrighty. I think we've got most of the things we're going to need anyway. To work with, for now, anyway. A standard class. By the way, that is a standard class. If you were wondering. Which you probably weren't. That's what classes normally look like, this. Okay, so we've now got core services. What are we going to do with it? Initialize. So let's see what we've got in H for initialization, shall we? Oh, lots of red markers. That's better. That's better. Now we can refactor. Oh, action on message is actually a thing. Okay. As if I care. Next. We'll get to it when we get to it, I guess. So. I don't think we've got anything left in application here. No, we've got a big space, which is good. And we've done it in such a way that we don't need any member variables, I hope, because that would be disappointing if we have. We don't need to delete that lot. Why is this? Oh, SDL log should initialize, and it doesn't. Okay, I'll do that. Just because you're complaining at me. You lot, go away, we don't want you. We have a system pause in here to stop the window from closing so we can see all the destruction notifications. Otherwise it closes before we can read them. That's all that's there for. That is there for. So we have a new file. Core services. Wow. Initialization. Yeah, we do need something in here, don't we? We need core services. Dun 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 dun. Burp. All right, I see. Put that one in. That's fair enough. We'll change you to core services. How's about that? Yeah, that's better. And here we will have core services as an M underscore core services. Semicolon, and yes, it's supposed to be an asterisk. Why can't you include it? We've had this argument before with Microsoft, and I'm sorry, I really don't like this argument. Although, mind you, now you've said that, MMOserver.pro, I may as well change you now. I haven't even been changing this. We've got all these core things to put in. So, CPPs, we have source. I haven't been updating this. Good time to do it. Core. And the first one is action on message. And that's not CPP. The next one is core. And it's broadcast. .cpp. I'm nearly able to type today. Wow, this is interesting. Make sure I spell things right. And the last one, source core, the one we just added. And this is core services. .cpp. Check spelling. Looks good. And of course we have the infamous H files, SOU, source, and its core. And the first one is action.h, source core. The next one is broadcast, so that's br.h. And the last one. May as well take time out to do these whilst it's wondering whether it can find things or not. And that is core services, CO. No. Okay, there we go. .h. There we go. That's good news. We've now updated our server profile. That's good. Oh, it's decided it can do it. That's good news. So that can be saved out. There we go. That will be colon. I think I got too much space there somehow. Space colon. M_core services equals a new core services, that's that done. And here we have delete M_core services. Yay, we're up and running with core services. Right. Okay. So these two, actually the whole lot there, goes into copy, and that goes into initialize core services. There we go, it now returns an int. That's good. That's good. Application. We just need now, well, we can remove everything from there to there, because that now just is M_core services arrow initialize services. semicolon. That's refactored. And it actually now tells us what our server does. Our application is starting to tell us what we're doing. So we are creating a core service section. We're initializing it. We're using that initialization here to make sure that it's running. Now, I refactored it by just copy and paste, so it can't be any different. He says. Yeah, right. As if that ever works properly. So this part here is now all the same. All your timers are still here. Now here we go. You receive data. Right, take, what's this here? While running, accept a message. Okay. How's about receive data from net? Here we go. This is where we really are. And now it's just m underscore core running, core services, sorry. And then we just update the core services like that. Which now means I can take you out. Actually, I'll take that out. Yep. Copy. Core services. Update. Ding. There we are. We now have it receiving data, and it's not got red squigglies on it. That's good news. This is how we know that we are refactoring properly. Yep, so we can delete you lot. That's okay. Take action on the message type. We are up to here. Thank you. Yes, I understand that. We are now. If message type equals blah de blah de blah de blah, we've got this action on message thing going on. Okay. We'll pop you across because you don't belong in here, because we don't know what the message is anymore. So we'll cut you out. Well, this is what we need to work on, because we're refactoring that into a different part. So there we go. What's wrong with is running? Oh, right. Is running, bool. Well, to get here, it must be true. Bool is running equals true. Otherwise, we won't get here. And that becomes a bool. And that becomes 2 returns. Make it another one. Return is running. That bool can go into here. Okay. And now that we've got it in core services, we can put it in here. Like that. That slightly refactored things, I think. This code isn't working yet, but it's slightly refactored things. That's nice. We're down to that much. And then we come to broadcast. Now broadcast comes in from here. We've already made it. So all of this, broadcast to all users, yeah. We haven't done that far. So we've got to get our services working first. That should be okay. Because it seems to me as though I've already put some thought into that and got M action on messages going. Careful. Only one part is allowed to do that. There can only be one place in our program where this is true. In other words, UDPnet is accessible and the game state data is accessible. That can only happen in one part of our program. Or we can split them apart and have one class send information over to the other class, which would be stupidly wasteful. I don't know what this code's going to look like. Okay, because I haven't refactored fully, so I can't do it. I believe it's a class, without checking. So that's what I'm going to say. But what I'm going to do is something completely different. We're going to split these down. I need the code. I can't just go blindly on, as it were. And unfortunately, so I'm going to have to start splitting these down into something more appropriate for refactoring. Because remember, I'm only allowed to refactor by one level. If I were to make this work now, that would be refactoring by 2 levels. So I'm not going to try. I do remember the rules, even though it's here, ready to do. Well, I made a mistake. I admit it. I shouldn't have put it in at this stage. But I have, so it stays there. Because the thought was there, the intent isn't. At this stage, anyway. So it shows you that there's more work to do, obviously. But that seems to be what we were happy with. Log off, data, log on. So I'm happy to do that as the update. It's not a massive update. It all depends how much code we put in here. But let's go and see what the code was. And it will be down here somewhere. Ah, right. Or is it? No, it isn't. Is it in here? No. Where's the date? Where's the code gone? Have I lost the code? Yeah. I bet I've lost the code. It's not in here by any chance, is it? No. So I've lost the code. That's clever of me. I'll have to go and find it again in a minute. Take action on message type. I obviously copied it out and then just lost it. Great one. Well done, Blades. You're a star. You're a star. And this is in MMO server. Okay. So we need to finish this off and save it out. I want it in at least UDPnet shutdown. No. That goes what turns into m underscore core server services, should I say, and that will be services like that. Return app initialized. I don't really care right now what I'm doing with that, so we'll have to have you cut and core services paste. Oh, I have put it as an int. Int shutdown. We'll pop it in there then. May as well do it properly whilst we're here. This time I will change the name because I can. And that goes there, and it also goes there. There we go. And core services, blah, 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 blah. You're okay. Core services, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Return shutdown. Isn't there something here that I'm missing? Yes, shutdown equals, and it's SDLnet underscore quit. I think that's correct. No, it's not. Oh. We'll see. We'll see what we need for that. Do you have one? No, you're a void as well. So you two are voids. What else have I got to shut down here? Ah. Does GameState have a shutdown? Ah, right, yeah, it's in UDPnet for that. So we don't actually have it here. Okay. So shutdown equals, just do a space. Shutdown equals m underscore UDP net arrow shutdown UDP. It's a void. Okay. Not sure why we're doing that, but I'm going to have another look at this anyway. For now, all I can do is that, and that. Are we good to go? No. We still have a red blob here. That's that. Okay. Red blobs are all good now. All we need now is the code for this lot. That's fantastic. You're okay. Are you okay? You can get through now without... Well, it's got no broadcast system, but... Broadcast hasn't been completed because it's still down here. We're missing this switch. So all I want to do is find the switch and take action on it. Okay, that's fine. Ding. Okay, in the meantime, what do I want to do? I want to save out. Okay, everything's saved. Everything actually looks good. It should build at this point. MMO server. And I haven't left anything dangling. Yes, I have. Warning, unused variable in application at 36. I have left something dangling. I thought I would do somehow. There you go. So its return has initialized. See, the computer knows what to do, not me. And that last save means we've done it. Okay, so let's get these changes out. There's only 8 changes, and this is day 1 plus 3, isn't it? So day 1 plus 3, introducing core services. That's you. Okay. I will open. This is where I want to get the information from, isn't it? Yeah. Got a little button here. And it's on MMO server, please. Started phase 2 corrections. Corrected git ignore corrections. Let's try you. Can I just go back to you? Or do I have to do something special? Okay, how do I go back to that number? Ah, wait a minute. Copy the full hash. Cherry pick compare. I can check out the commit. I can revert, select this commit. What happens if I do that? Okay, we have 2 changes here. Oh, my broadcast is back. Here we go. Oh no, that's just broadcast. Oh, I want me core. Okay, that's no good. Let's try again. Check out. Okay, 4 changes this time. Okay. Can we just get rid of you? While running, blah, 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 blah. And no, it's not there. What did I do with the case? Thingy. Okay, get history. Okay, we'll try here. Check out that one. Okay. Should give me the information somewhere in here, shouldn't it? Doesn't seem to be altering anything. That keeps coming back. That's great. That's server working. Okay, I'm going all the way back to server working. I don't care. Check out. It doesn't seem to be doing it. Oh dear. Doesn't seem to be doing what I expected it to. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, it has. It's done it. Yes. Right. Okay, now we've got our cases. Whew. Thought we'd lost all this. Switch. Case 5, break. So that's what we actually did on our switch statement. Okay. I will take a copy of that. And I will paste it. I don't know. We got a WordPad, Notepad, or something. New folder. There we go. No, I don't want a new folder. Delete. New text document. Open. And paste. Thank you. That's all I need. Carry you. Right, Git history. Okay, go back to the top. And check the U out. Thank you. Alright. That should put us back where we were. Course, introducing core services. Make sure I'm on you. Check out. A lovely output. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Back to where we were. Get rid of you. And now I can take this. Actually, this is a bit we need, isn't it? So that's your switch statement. We'll take you to the copy, and we will put you in core services just down here, so I can have a look at it. There we go. Here we are. We've got the. You see, this is why I use Git. So I can close that, don't save, and delete that. Good. This is why I use source control. So I can go back and get the stuff that I deleted back again. Okay, copy. Case 0. We did that. We just logged a message for log off. Oh, we altered it afterwards to do the auto log off. Oh, we'll do that in a second then. So that's that one done. Case 2. We did this lot here. May as well put it all in a line. Don't want the break statement at the end. Copy. Copy that for case 2. There we go. There's our case 2. What we've got that's wrong here. Well, that shouldn't have changed. Oh, of course it did, yes. I moved it. And we also have MMO SDK. Okay, right. So user IP was moved. God damn you. Blades, you did something. And that something was to introduce logging off properly. This isn't the correct code. It'll be a waste of effort to do it again. So we'll undo. discard changes. And then we can go back and have another look. We got the wrong one. This is network I'm doing, isn't it? That one. Server I'm doing. Try server. Server might do better. Thank you for the messages. So I went back down here. Server working. Finished a base prototype. Check out. Core services.cpp deleted. Okay, yeah, alright. Not bothered about that. I'm bothered about this. Case 0. There it is. That's the correct code. Hooray! Hurrah! Oh dear. So, yep, take all this code again, up to the final break. Actually, no, we'll go up to that. Copy. Make a new text document. Open the text document. Paste. We got it now, we got it now. We got the right stuff. La 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 la. I like being able to jump around in my code like this. Because it means I can go back and start again if I need to. Alright, I want to go back to today, please, now. So that we can have everything back. Okay. Yeah. Actually, I can just leave it in there. Get history back. We are doing U. I wanted different codes to if 0, didn't I? Okay, that's better. So, what code have I got now for if 0? I'll show it here, because I can. So, I'm taking from 5. And I'm stopping at the if statement there. I only want those. I don't want the break, and I certainly don't want case. So I'll copy you. That's the original stuff, and we'll just tidy it up. Which is fine. Erase isn't working on the user map. Is that because we don't have a user map? Probably. Don't ask me, I haven't checked. User map, no, we don't have one, do we? But it's still in application, isn't it? Who gives us a user map? It's not M. Who defines a user map? The first person to log in defines user map. Yeah. Who defines user map here? I think it was in case 5. Maybe not. But we don't have one. That's for certain. I think we should have one. Okay. std : map. And it was a string. std : string star. And we just called it now m underscore users map semicolon. Oh, comma. It needs a pair, doesn't it? What was the other part to it? Why am I putting it in application? I should be working with this. Map. And it was a map of game state, was it? User key was a string, and it was this user, which is the user. MMO SDK user. That's changed. Because we no longer have a user who logs on. It's the data for that user, wasn't it? So I think we got rid of MMO SDK user and resupplanted it with data, or the user's data, did we? Interesting. It used to be MMO SDK user. Okay. User, and user was in either the world or the core directory. So I've got an edict memory, I'm just pulling it up. And that means we would have transferred it either to data. We've put it in data, haven't we? Let's go find our user. It's not the display. It could be the GUI. GUI doesn't really seem to me to be a user. Data. Where is it? Oh, MMO data. Here we go. There it is. It's under data structures in MMO data. And that will be in game state somewhere. Add user. Users map. It's here. This user. There's your code. I've already got it. So game state data, add user. Wow. So there you go. So add user is there. So we don't have it. log on now can have it. Fantastic. I forgot we'd even done it. So yeah, none of this is needed anymore. Oh, wait a minute, that's the user's key, isn't it? Okay, type 0, log off, erase user. So let's have a look what we've done with that. So that's add user, update users, delete user. And it returns a bool. Oh, this is fantastic. So it's game state data, delete user. Fantastic. I'm enjoying this. So we did have the code, but we transferred it over to here, even though I've just pulled it back. Oh, this is even better. So on if message type underscore services is 0, SDL log use logged off, yeah, blah, 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 blah. There's your user key. Our erase user isn't here anymore. Do I still need to send you the key? Yes, I do. Okay. So what really changed here in core services is this line here. And this line here. And this line here. That was all replaced by underscore game state data. And there we go. We delete a user and we give them the user key, which we call user key. There we go. Does that give back something? Yeah, it gives a bool back. And that is a running thing. That shuts down the server if it goes to false. And the only way it can go to false is by there being nobody left on the server on logout. Just check that that is the case. That was the rule, initial rule that we had. Yeah, so it's still the same rule. That's good. So you've got all the user maps here. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you for that. What we don't seem to have is the user IP and port, which means that UDPnet has a different function for that now, doesn't it? So user key equals m underscore UDPnet, because we've been refactoring them. I know that it'll have something like create key, because I'm like that. And yeah, that's right. So that gets rid of those two lines up to that. And then this part here, we can just cut and paste, can't we? There we go. Alright, so that's how it refactors. Yeah, that's a lot better than it was. I'm not sure we're going to need action on message. Dunno. Coffee, how are we doing on coffee? How are we doing on time? I've got to watch the time today. Well, that's a lovely cold coffee. So we are update core services. Yeah, we're doing well. We're doing well. This refactoring business makes it so much easier. Incoming data. This is where it gets tricky, because now what we have to do is pass the data over to our data services again. So yeah, I think we're going to have to keep you open. So update users. It's not a for loop, is it? No. But it does do the positions X and Y's, which is what we're after, because that's all we're doing at the moment. That's looking rather good. So all I need to do is update the users using the user key and the raw data. Okay, we need to be able to get hold of the raw data as a char star, and that is up to somebody else. So that's what we want to write there. Okay. Let's see what we did right before. Under 2. Yeah, it's all here. So yeah, that's what we did right. We just need the key and the data, the raw data. You can't see that fully, can you? No. There you go. You can see it a bit better now. Let's get some orange juice going. And then let's do message type 2. Well, I'm glad we actually did the data properly. That's making my life a lot easier. Right, so do we have a way of getting the raw data? That's a good question. Message type 2. So it should be in UDPnet. Okay, so what we need now is that line. We also need char star. Raw data. And that's going to equal m underscore UDPnet. And create key, initialize UDP, receive data, send data, shut down UDP. We just need to be able to get the data. Okay. So let's have a look. That's going to be under networking, isn't it? Can we save these out, please? This is looking a bit dodgy. I don't want to lose what we've got done so far. Didn't need you after all. That's great. That's great. That's fantastic. I can get rid of you. Ba-dum-ba-dum. So that's the server. Into the network we go. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. So we are going to need a char. Char star get raw data. And that will return, what is it? Packet in underscore packet Whoa. Data. Semicolon. Yeah? Is that correct? uint star, char star, exactly the same type. I think it might give us a warning or a conversion problem there. But if it does, I'll put it in now. Because really it's a static, even if it's not needed, cast to char star. Is that allowed? Is it going to give me red blobs everywhere? Because I mean to do it. And I want everybody to know that I meant to do it, including the compiler. It's not complaining, which always leaves me in doubt with C++ and C. If it's not complaining, that doesn't mean it's right. And that's another thing you have to learn with this game. Yeah. I think it's right. UDP network is in network. Okay, it doesn't like it. I didn't think it did. So why doesn't it flag it up as an error? Oh, it does now. Okay. Alright, so I don't think that's going to work. See if it cares. Run build task, and we are still on network. Yeah, we've got to send it out as a uint 8 star. Okay. We need to convert this. Fine. Because I want a char star. So we'll copy you, and we'll save, and we'll get rid of you because you're now okay. Network. At the bottom will do. We've got it in M buffer. That's a char. Whoops. I'm trying to return the wrong thing. That's why. And it's return M underscore buffer. Semicolon. Get rid of that semicolon. That might not. That might help. Oop. What we got there now? That looks okay. I'm happier now. Yay! That works. Fantastic. I thought it would do somehow. So back over here on core services, we can say that to get raw data, like that. That can come back in here, and I hope I've got it. Oh, I haven't done it. I haven't rejigged, have I? Because it's only a header file. So let's just make sure we spell it the same way. No, it's not going to pick up on it for ages about. Return M buffer. God, that was so simple. Why didn't I think of it before? Paste. Yeah, I've done it right. So, we'll save you out. We have to now close you. We have to close everything down. And we're on the server, aren't we? Source. Core. Core services. And it hasn't worked. Will it work now, or are you going to underline it in red? Because I do need that raw data, and I need it now, not when you decide it's okay. Right, so we get the user key, we get the raw data, and then what we do is we say m_game state data, update users, open that, and it is a string for the user key. So that's user key, like that. And it also wants the raw data, so we'll give it the raw data. Notice that neither of those are stored forever. These two items here die when you get to there, but it'll be too late. It's already stored. So we're actually storing it, which is a good idea. And that's that. That's the number 2 thing. Take the space out, it's not needed. Got to keep asking that question. That's the whole point of this. What we got left now? Oh, stage 5, a log on. Oh, we've got a thing for that, haven't we? Yes, we have. What do we need to know? I think it's the same as before, isn't it? What do we need to know? That's a good point. I don't know. Add user. We need to know the user key and the initial data. I thought so. That's fine. Which means it's those 2 lines copied. Yeah, I'm copying a few lines here. And then all we do is m_game data. Game state data. And we add user. Looking easier now, isn't it, than it used to? This user key, comma, raw data. And again, everything dies when it hits this thingy here. So it's fine. Might be deleting those by the end of today. I'm going to come back to that. Return M is running. That only gets changed if it's there. That's fine. A couple of spare lines we don't need here really, so I'll get rid of those. And that makes for a nice easy 0 to 5. It isn't this massive switch thingy doing lots and lots of stuff now. So the whole of update core services nearly fits on the screen. Wow. If I took all of these extra lines out, it probably would. And all of these out, the messages. So that's core services done there. I've done a quick hasty shutdown. Let's have another look at that one. Core services shutdown. Yeah, that's a quick hasty shutdown, alright. But we have to do more. We have to check game state and UDPnet. Game state. Let's just check. If you go shut down, add, delete, update, nothing. Fair enough. You can just be deleted then. It's just data after all. There's nothing much in there. It's just a data storage. We can delete that one. Okay. SDL quit. Do we initiate it? Who initiates SDL? I don't think we do. Yes, we do. It's there. So we are the ones that have to quit it. UDPnet will take care of all the network stuff. I'm sure it will. I'm sure we've looked at it. No idea. Yes, we have done it. That's that then. Sounds right. Terminal. Run build task. We are trying to build a server, please. It works. Okay. Let's get back to our app. Where are we up to here now? So we've done core services. We then check if it's still running. Delay continue, yeah. Got a timer. So that every 20 milliseconds, every 20 milliseconds we're going to broadcast to all users data. The data. This should be handled by the data, but we're going to have a broadcast thingy here, and that's going to have this in it. Okay. Will we need to initialize broadcast? No. Is broadcast... Have I put it as a... I have, haven't I? Well, it isn't. It's a function. It's a simple everyday function. With access to data. Oh, right, to external and to display. There's two separate functions, that's why. So we need one of those, a broadcast. Is broadcast a service? No, it's a generic function. It's not really a service. I've put it in core. So I agree with that. Broadcast will need to know the data, and we'll need to know the data only, because we've got all the IP addresses and all the data held there in a map. Okay. So when we broadcast, who has the data? Well, services does. As we've just proved. We could do the whole, we could absorb the whole of broadcast into here. But I don't like that idea. I'm thinking it's a void anyway. Void. It is a service, I suppose, so broadcast. Broadcast to all. Yeah, we'll have that. as a service. Copy. We're going to make that now. In core services here. Here we go. There we are. Can't do anything because we haven't got anything we can do. So we're going to have to make something we can do. Am I splitting this out to 2 levels? I think I am. Am I going beyond my remit? Alright, let's not make this, let's make this a pass-through then. Okay. So that'll get around the remit. And its core services we're already in. So it's just broadcast. And we're going to have an item called broadcast. That'll do. We can now save that and use it. As an object. Broadcast is a new broadcast. There we go. And here we can just delete. There we go, that's that done. So we're done top. We're done, so we've done the opening constructor destructor. Means we can now use it, just go down and use it. It's just going to be a pass-through. So m_broadcast is just a pass-through to display. What does it need? It's going to need something. And m_broadcast is also going to do that, which is to external. That's probably going to need something. Well, the user keys it doesn't need. It just needs the data. And that just needs game state data. m_game state data. That's what it's going to need. It doesn't know yet, but it is going to need them. So that means we can now get on with the broadcast, which just needs to include. It'll need the network as well, won't it? No, I don't like it. I'm going off this idea totally. I've gone off it. It's going to need both data and... Yeah, it's going to need both data and the UDP. I've gone off it already. Forget it. Just forget doing that. So let's carry on with the service instead. So we've got broadcast, we've got broadcast.h, that's good. I'm going to get rid of them. And instead we're going to have a broadcast to all. Okay. So that gets rid of those two. Lovely. That gets rid of that one and that one. So that's what I was going to do. And I think what we'll do is the second one first, obviously. Rough. Very rough. That's the SDL log. Okay. Yeah, we've already checked all of that. That can go now. I'll keep it up there just in case. So, in here, let's just save this out. Get ready for it. For the lovely bit here. Broadcast to all users every 20 milliseconds. Okay, so it's a for loop. I'll take the for loop, copy, and we'll put that in here. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. And then we just need to know what I did. Broadcast data, yeah. So I did, whoops, Shift Alt to, from there to there, and then we set a broadcast timer to 0. Okay. So we did that lot. Let's take away the selection, edit, toggle line column, fantastic, Shift, Alt, Tab, missed you. Lovely, got some code to look through. Right, broadcast data didn't come through very well. Oh, MMO data's been naffed up. There you go. That's okay. The user map. Oh. We need the user map to do this. That's fine. Everything else is working except for the user map. Let's try getting hold of our user's map. So we didn't have that before. And that is now in data. So what we need to do is not do it here. No, yes, we do need to do it here. So it's going to return, oh, this is going to be fun, an std : map. Open brackets, standard string. And it's going to be comma, users, asterisk, and then that. Oh, it's user. Yeah? That looks right. Why is it not happy? Struct, MMO data user. Struct, MMO data user. Thank you. And that will be get users data map. Okay. And that will just be return m underscore users map semicolon. There we go. Is that correct? I think it is. Let's just try it out with terminal run build task data. Yep, we're okay there. Hi, hey, people talking. Sorry, I didn't realise. Held a message for reason profanity. Allow, we'll post it to chats. Allow. There you go. Hi, C++ pal. Yes, hiya, Seppi. Seppi TW. Good to see you. Good to see you. There you go. I permitted you to speak. God knows why I have to do that. Twitch is a bit funny about speech, and every time you say hi C++ pal or something like that, it gets a bit of a narc on. Twitchy Twitch. We're up to our next in refactoring. I've just getting the last part of our server put together, and I needed to get the user map, so I've just popped that in there, and that will be okay. Right. So, users map. I've got it now. Users map equals, and it's going to be m underscore game data, and that's going to point to get, and it's not there. Get. I hate this. Users map. I hate the slowness of Windows and Microsoft in general. Close. Force it to recalculate. Yeah, I'm using Visual Studio Code. Of course I am. It's free. Doesn't cost anything. It's just noticed that I don't know what that is. That's perfectly alright. Because I don't have the includes for it either. Include. And I need to include map. So there we go. Those two include string and map might help. That's the first thing. And the other thing is to take that there. Copy. Copy. Paste. That's a map. And that's correct. There we go. Cross-platform. It'll work on anything. It's not cross-platform at all. I'm writing in code that will work on absolutely any device that you can pick up and has a chip in it. It'll work on telephones, it'll work on car dashboards, it'll work on earplugs if they've got enough memory, it'll work on anything. Your fridge, your washing machine, your cooker. If you call that cross-platform, then yes, is the answer. It's cross-platform. This code will work on anything. It's pure C and pure C++. There's nothing operating system specific in any of it at all. Do I know how to include the OS? Yes. I open Visual Studio 2019 and start typing. No, you can't. I would have to write one. I'd have to write the OS, and to do that I would use Rust, and I have thought about doing that. But you would need to write some kind of bootstrapping and at least a minimal kernel for it to run because of resources. You need a minimal kernel resource manager, otherwise you just can't do it. Yeah, exactly. You need a GFX card. Exactly. Well, you don't actually need a GFX card. You need an interpreter to your GFX card. That's what I use. I call it OpenGL. Let's carry on. Oh yeah, I can put it into an OS. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and build it into hard code it in. The only trouble is every time a new OpenGL comes out, you'd have to update your kernel. No, you wouldn't really. If you based it at 3.3, most are backwards compatible to 3.3, but your operating system would be restricted to that. OpenGL 3.3. Or whatever interpreter I can get my hands on at the time. Yeah, that's what I have thought about it, you see. Let me just make sure I've got this right now. I'm doing a broadcast. I'm doing a net rights. Build data, yeah, that's okay. We're not doing that part though. Qt3D could use it. If you go and have a look at amberskies.org.uk, you'll see my Qt3D stuff. There's no such thing as a game engine. A game engine is just a game that has been then used and reused and reused again. It's the core functionality of one game transferred over to make another game. That is a game engine. Will I be using Qt3D? No, it costs money. You need a license. Qt isn't free. Sorry. I really, really would like to use it. And if you want to go and talk to Qt on my behalf to allow me to use it free, then please go ahead. I've already tried. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's at least 2 or 3 bits of development on Qt3D, including a full 3D game on there somewhere. Good luck with that one, because that really does push Qt3D to the limit that it was at the time. I think they are fixing parts of those limits, but this was, I think, on 12. Qt. It'll tell you in the notes there. But it's on a version of Qt which has now been progressed. The latest Qt3D will probably do it a lot better, because I showed that they had some problems with it. Oh, you're on the right planet. Yeah, I'll say to that one. I don't answer personal questions, I'm sorry. But yes, you're on the right planet. It's just a rule I have, that's all. Don't worry, you haven't offended me. You can ask as many personal questions as you want, but just don't be offended by the fact that I won't answer them. Bless. Broadcast, data length. This looks good. There's a problem. There is a problem with this because we decided on something about our GUI. Source. Application. Be right back. Okay, yep. Let's say initialize, execute, running is true, blah 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 blah. We must receive somewhere. We haven't put it in, have we? While it's running, check input every 30 seconds. Are we saying where we're checking the input from? This is GUI. No, GUI is not going to be receiving anything. Display is. I'm an idiot. Get this off the screen now. This is nearly completed. And there's that last bit there to do. It needs to broadcast to our display as well as all of these. So somewhere in here, there would have been a continue. So if the user map pulls out the user current key, which is us. Is it? I think that should be M current key, and I think that should be brought out. Because current key might not be us. I decided against that, didn't I? We don't have ourselves marked in here. Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's supposed to be an error that I have to overcome afterwards. I remember now. Yeah. Good. I'll leave that as an error. We can now leave that as an error because we need to do that bit. I've accidentally got a note in that we've got to do it, and I wasn't supposed to have the note here at this point. My apologies, that is supposed to be there like that. That's right. So we've finished the core services, the application. Can we just close them down so I don't get confused with who? Broadcast timer equals 0. We haven't done that. Broadcast to all users, so we better do that. Here. Which will now be m_core services broadcast to all. I think I've just left it like that, and then it's broadcast timer, yeah. Equals 0. Fantastic, that resets the broadcast timer, and that's all done. That's all done, that's all done, it works. Oh, all of the above except for the university. I attended school and took a computer course, but it was computer science in those days. And the biggest computer that we could lay our hands on was a mini computer. It looked like a washing machine. And we were using something called a BBC Model B in the classroom to access this little mini washing machine and write assembly language on it to drive a small robot around. That's the my schooling. But I started that at the age of 16. So, but I was already coding by way after the age, about 13, 14. I think I got hold of C when I was about 15, maybe 16. That tells you how old I am. Damn. I'm not saying anymore. But yes. I took every opportunity I could when I was young to find out more about programming. Over the years, I have been a systems designer, and because of my systems designings, I have learnt to program the easy way, I suppose. From coming from systems designs to programming is very easy indeed. Because I can just look at a screen and say what part of the project or what level of project you should be up to. Like we're at project level 2 now from level 1. I can tell that because our application is starting to clean up and our brackets don't have as much in them. So I still know that this is a mess. This is starting to look better and a bit of a mess at the end. And this is starting to look okay now. So I've only got core services. That's all we deal with now, core services. And that's what the application should deal with. It's a server. All it should deal with is core services. The core services will deal with the data and the input and output flow. So we have got it running. I think the server works now. We'll just test out that I haven't made anything stupid in there. Yep, I have. on broadcast header hash include. Ah, I deleted it. Whoops. Oh well. We can delete that one then. We don't need broadcast. We can delete that one. The only bit of Qt that I'm using, by the way, is QMake, because it's cross-platform, as you say. But it does need one of these. We can take broadcast straight out. There we go. Lovely. Got dinglings. What do dinglings mean? Oh, Seppi. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. Thank you for the follow. That means a lot to me. And the stream. And the future of the stream. So, yeah. That's nice. Thank you. For any of the code, by the way, Seppi, it's free. Absolutely goddamn free. If you want any of this code, you can have it. At the top of it, I always put my name. The only thing I ask for in return is that you remove my name and put your own name there. And you claim the code as your own, and you can modify it all you want to do whatever you want, and you can send it out there, and it's all yours. As long as I'm not responsible for it, I'm quite happy to give it you free of charge. I think the world needs this code. You'll see why when I go through it. Yeah. Free, yeah. No, you don't need to credit me. Don't credit me, ever. This code is for the planet. It's for the world. It's for everybody. It's not for me. I don't want to take any credit. I don't need... I'm towards the end of my life. It doesn't mean anything to me. Sorry. Just to check you through, server is a program, GUI is a program, display is a program. Is that a program? No, that's an SDK. That's an SDK. It says MMO data there. Yeah. And network is an SDK. So I've got two SDKs or DLLs or whatever you want to call them, and then there's 3 programs. And we're on display next. I don't know what I've done with it. So I need to look through this one and find out what I'm doing with it. Does the server work, by the way? Server, you see there's only 3 programs. Server, does it run? Without crashing? Yes, use dynamically linked for foreign code. Yes, 100%. Definitely, yes. So you can get rid of it if it is no good. So our server has constructed a network, a game state data, core services, and an application. Wonder if we can log into it. Because I haven't changed anything, have I? We got a client, yeah, a GUI. GUI. Have I done the GUI? Let's try running it and find out. I don't know. See if any messages come up. Oh, here's a GUI. Here you are. We've got a GUI. We've got a server. Core system, interface, application constructed. I actually don't know if they're in contact with each other. So I've obviously stopped logging the log on. Let's go and log on and find out, shall we? Because that should be working. I would have thought. It looks as though it's okay. Press any key to continue. Details are changed. Replace auto pointers for C++17. Yeah? Oh, license was LGPL. Alright, yeah. that's fair enough. LGPL, you should really report any changes, I think, even on LGPL. If you change something, read the license and see if they want to know about your changes, because it could be an improvement to their system as well. So that's why I think a lot of people use LGPL. It's free. It's free to use. I'll have to close you. But just an interesting site. I can't remember the wording of LGPL because I don't use it. Oh, probably do actually. I just don't care. Whoops. Because I'm using SDL. I can't remember what license that's under. I know it's under a nice one. Still post it just out of courtesy. Always post them an email or something with your changes in. I mean, that's what I do, but I'm not changing any original code. With other people's, this is all generated from scratch, unfortunately. So yeah, let's put login under server. It'll be core services and SDL log user logged off. No. What? Log on. Okay. We'll put it in here. SDL log. User logged on. That's the only message I want. I don't want it to spam. Semicolon. That'll do. Just want to make sure that people can log on and that I haven't busted it. Now go over here. Server, please. Yeah, I haven't used anything like an auto pointer because of that. I've used all raw pointers so far. Every pointer is raw. I don't have any kind of magic ones floating around. I don't use them actually when I'm prototyping. I mean, in the finals, I'm probably change all pointers over to should I? To automatic ones, but I've got thoughts on that which are not nice, so we'll think about it. I mean, people might want me to, so I'll do it. I don't know. GUI, come on up. No log on. Aww, my GUI's not logging on. Okay, any log off? No log off. Okay. Right. So that's where we start, I suppose. We have to fix the GUI. I love it. What are we on now? Oh god, I'm getting to timeouts here. I mean, what did we start with? We started with the server to provide services. Have I completed that? Yes, I have. So this is a big tick. What I want to do tomorrow then is start the interaction between the GUI, the user interface, and the server, and I want to solidify that that is working, and we need to run a test on it. Once we've got that, I can do the display, because I'll know if there's any pitfalls that we need to avoid, and I think that's probably the best way around to do it. So tomorrow, let me just get rid of my keyboard actually. We'll go back to writing. I prefer to write. I don't like keyboards at all. So I've actually got to go out. I've got medical today. They're going to pull me to pieces, say, oh, those bits work, and put those bits back, and then those bits don't work, and throw them away and put them in the bin. So I'll probably only be half a person tomorrow. We need GUI to what we're having here, network server to server interaction. That's what we're doing tomorrow. And that's a tick. That's a tick, and that's a tick. So day 13, a success. I am running out of time. I literally do have a medical appointment. I've got to go to, which I have to go to, unfortunately. That's just part of the way I live. Nicely retired though, so I'm happy. I'm not fully medical retired because they count it as a condition. That's silly of them, isn't it? So they won't medically retire me, the buggers. Yeah, so tomorrow we're looking at the input, which is the user interface, to server line, and we're going to have to get that working properly. So we should be able to do some input like forwards, left, right, and backwards, and have the server tell us that that's what we're doing. Once we can do that, we can then plug in the display, and it'll be easier. It'll be a heck of a lot easier to do the display. If we don't fix the interactions now, we will fail later, and I can tell you that as a truth. We will not be able to work it all out. It'll be too much to work out. It'll be too big. So I want to keep it small. Okay. Seppi, thank you for the chat. A big thanks. Been good talking to you, actually. You've made my coding day a little easier and a bit more fun. So thank you. There you go. A thanks from me. How about that? And to everybody else who's popped by. It is a game club. You can pop by and ask me to show you how to write games or write parts of a game, do coding of anything you want. Language I choose, well, whatever you tell me to code in, I suppose. I'll try my best. And yeah, this is for you lot, everybody out there. What I am hosting is I'm programming an MMO as the core theme, because I know it's impossible to do with one person, but you never know. I might do enough of it to let somebody else finish it. I didn't say that, did I? If I can modularize it enough and make it easy enough to work with, then somebody might be able to finish it and put it out there, because I might not have enough time left to do it. So I'm trying to get as much of this code up, working, and out there in the public as possible. And I have left instructions for this to go on GitHub in case I can't do it, if I can't manage to continue. Alright? So everything's going to be free. Absolutely free, and you will get the whole kit, caboodle, all the code is going to be placed upon GitHub as long as I know it works. Right. After that all said, I want you all to take care. I want you to go out there, code. I want you to explore your code. Don't go by what the teachers say. Go by what you think is right, and then prove that you're right by doing it right. Okay, I'll leave on that. Have fun. Take care. Catch you tomorrow. Alright. Where's the button? There it is.